Hey everyone, it's Bridgit Schilling. I'm from central Minnesota, and I just want to, it might take me a while to say this stuff, but just bear with me. So 7 weeks ago, I woke up and I couldn't see out of my left eye, and I still can't see out of my left eye. I went to a lot of different eye doctors. They said that my eye itself is fine, but there's a reason why I can't see out of it. So then I spent a week at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester and saw several doctors and had several tests, and they probably ran hundreds of tests, a blood test, spinal fluid tests. Couldn't find anything. So then I had another appointment just yesterday. So this is all 7 weeks of night sweats, pains in my elbows and my ribs, in my legs, numbness in my arm, bad headaches, just all kinds of different things. And I took notes every single day. God just put it in my heart. I just started taking notes. There was just something about this that I knew something was weird. So the first thing, if this ever happens to you or your children, just keep notes. If they can talk, ask them what's wrong, and just keep notes every single day. Because then I was able to walk in to the clinic I went to yesterday and gave them like my 4 pages of notes of every single day. So that's a really good idea. And don't take no for an answer. Don't, settle. If you know your own body, you've known it since you've been alive. So don't take no for an answer. Keep searching for answers. I could have gave up and said, well, the Mayo doesn't know, so I'm just going to quit. But I didn't, because I kept having bad symptoms. So the doctor yesterday, a Lyme literate doctor, there's about 7 in Minnesota, and below this video I'll put some links out there, so if you guys have any questions at all, then you'll be able to find help. So I went to my doctor's appointment yesterday, and he read my whole thing. It was like 4 pages long, and he said it sounded like Lyme disease, and he's treating me for it. He hasn't got the blood test back yet because he has to send him out to California for really intensive testing, because regular doctors, the Mayo Clinic, anyone except a Lyme literate doctor just does normal Lyme disease tests, which are negative most of the time, and they're not as extensive, not as good. A Lyme test costs maybe $80. Well, the test that he sent to California was $500 because it just digs in deeper to where the bacteria can hide. And Lyme disease is no joke. So I'm on 16 weeks of antibiotics, and the normal doctor or doctors out there only put you on 21 days of doxycycline. Well, that does help in some cases, but in other cases, you got chronic Lyme disease, then you need to be on treatments for a lot longer. So I'm on 2 antibiotics and stevia, which helps. It's the sugar, the pure liquid sugar the stevia leaf, and somehow that attacks the little bugs in my body. And so what happens is he wants me 6 weeks on medication and 2 weeks off, because once you're on this medication, the bugs hide in your body. They find spots in your body to hide. Once you stop taking it, these bugs come back out, and then you can kill more with so 6 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and then 6 weeks back on and 2 weeks off. So if you guys want any information about that doctor, I will put my email in the little message box below, and just email me. Feel free to email me and send this to people. Send this to everyone you know, because I want this to spread like crazy, because Lyme disease is no joke. There's like 7 tick-borne diseases, and it seems to me like they're getting worse, and no one's changing the medication, because there was a patent on Lyme disease a while ago, and for some reason they can't change it, or they won't change it, and there's so many rules and laws. And my son, we went up to Gooseberry Falls last summer, and he had a tick bite, and it's not just deer ticks, it's any ticks have diseases, can have diseases. So I didn't see the tick, but he had a nasty bite on his chest. So I brought him to 2 different doctors in Brainerd. That kind of just blew me off. And then I was told by a very good friend to go to Sauk Rapids, because they have a really good, they're not a Lyme specialist, but they worked with a Lyme specialist, so they're very Lyme knowledgeable. And he actually listened, and he said, yes, get Dylan on medicine for how many ever days it was. And his test came back negative, but we treated him anyways, because Lyme disease is so nasty. So I just thank God that I never gave up, and that I listened to him and my body, and and the doctor that I got into was actually booked a year out, and I got on their cancellation list, and they called and they said, you got in a year early. That like never happens. So for me right there was like a sign from God, like, you need to go to this guy. So he wrote a book. It's called Just Be Well. I'm through the first chapter, and it just talks about, how doctors are taught. Doctors are taught to say, I know everything, you know nothing, and it's my way or the highway. So just don't be scared of that. Just keep insisting on answers and going places. So they sent my blood to California to do like intense, I got a whole big sheet here of what they're gonna do. And then I'm in the Army. I've been in the Army for 19 years. So they have this system, this profile system, where they ask you a bunch of questions. So the only thing I can do is wear my Army boots for 12 hours a day. I can't take a PT test. I can't fire a weapon. I can't, have a rucksack. So, and I used to be really into fitness videos from Beachbody, and I'm still doing some yoga and stuff, but I was getting so good. I was doing hammer and chisel and moving up in weights and just doing awesome. And then this whole thing happened, and I'm very weak, and I tried doing like an upper body weight workout with just 5 pound weights yesterday, and like my arms just totally hurt today. So I'm gonna not do weights for a while and just do some more yoga and plyo. Just to help my body try to get through this and try to sleep some more. But I think that's about it. But please contact me. Like I said, I want this spread out everywhere because there's a big controversy with Lyme disease, tick-borne diseases, and the physicians, the government, the patent, and no one's really aware. They're like, yeah, didn't you get a Lyme test? Yeah, I did from a regular doctor, but that doesn't mean anything at all. You have to get the intense Lyme disease test. So check your kids for ticks, check yourself for ticks, use DEET. Cut their hair in the summertime, and May is the worst month for ticks because that's when they start coming out and feeding. So Lyme disease or tick-borne illnesses come from like rats and mice and stuff. So they go feed on the rats and the mice or whatever, and then they come feed on you, and them little bugs get into your blood system. And like the regulation or whatever says it takes like 48 hours for the bugs to come into you, but that is not the case. It could take maybe an hour, because once your blood goes into them, they start squirting these bugs into you, and then you have Lyme disease or one of the other tick-borne illnesses. So just be aware of that when doctors tell you, well, they have to be stuck for 48 hours and there's a 36-hour window where we can only treat you. No, find someone else, go somewhere else, contact me, because I know the doctors, the good doctors out there, some good doctors out there, the Lyme doctors, that will listen to you and give you medicine. So yeah, if anyone's having symptoms, and I never had I never even noticed a tick on me. I never noticed a tick. I never noticed a bullseye, nothing. All of a sudden, it could have been in me, and then one day I just woke up and couldn't see out of my left eye. And that's how it is, it just, and then night sweats and everything else. I knew something was really wrong, and no one could find anything, not even the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota. So just don't be afraid to keep searching for answers. So I hope you all have a good day, and I'll keep you posted. We'll get through this. I just praise God that He got me in the clinic, and that I'm now going on the right path. So so don't suffer any longer. Get a hold of someone and spread this around so other people can be aware, because ticks are everywhere. So thanks. Have a great day.